Man, what the fuck happened? Like, seriously, what actually happened to lead us so far in the wrong direction? Kids' content now, and especially in like the last probably 5 months, has been some of the most brain-rotting dog shit I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I feel bad for the children growing up right now because I know for a 100% fact that they're not gonna have the level of brain function required to, I don't know, get a job, a career, make a family. I mean, hell, they don't even have the attention span needed to sit through a whole class period. If there's anyone I feel bad for in this situation, it's teachers. That might be the most torturous job imaginable. Like, fuck all that. But like, for real, what in the hell is kid content? Like, whatever happened to watching, like, I don't know, Minecraft videos or fucking just gaming videos, Cartoon Network? Regular show. Like, what the hell happened to those? Okay, I know that you're probably thinking, like, oh, look at this fucking loser stuck in the past, unable to move on. Like, he's too blinded by nostalgia. And I would get that argument. But it's not like that, okay? Like, I understand we've moved past all those things. I'm not saying that kids, should watch regular show. Like, that was just an example. My point is, what happened to shows like regular show, where there is a story that's, maybe a little broken, but for the most part, you can follow along. And there's like, characters that have a clear backstory and behave in their own separate ways. There's actually like something to consume there. Shows were fun. Like, what happened to that? Now we have fucking Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi, that's what it's called. I'm not even making that shit up, okay? Kids are fucking obsessed with this shit. Now, if you haven't seen it, you're probably thinking like, oh, it's a weird name, but I'm sure the show's okay, right? Like, no, not at all. Let me just go ahead and play a typical episode of the masterpiece known as Skibidi Toilet. You okay? You still with us? Your brain hasn't turned into fucking Pepto yet? Good. I picked a relatively short one so that I didn't murder every single one of my viewers. That shit that you just watched has, I'm pretty sure, like hundreds of episodes. Hundreds. And like I said, kids are fucking addicted to this shit. This has to be bad for them. Surely. Again, I know that when I was a kid, I didn't watch the most sophisticated things in the world. Like, I'm sure I could have watched better stuff. But they are out here mass producing autism. Like, I can't. And I can attest, okay? Listen, I was not going to make this video, but I just kept hearing about it. Like, oh, this Skibidi Toilet thing is ruining your children. And instantly, I was reminded of the bullshit like 10 years ago where every fucking old head ever thought that video games were the cause of mass shootings and all this shit. Like, that's what I thought, right? I thought people were just kind of redoing that and being like, oh, you shouldn't let your kids around this stuff. But I just kept hearing about it. So I decided to watch all of it. I'm not kidding. I watched every single episode. Now, I've done some torturous shit for these videos. I've sat through and watched hours of the most delusional people to exist. But I gotta say, this is easily the most mentally straining thing I've ever done. Ever. Like, I went through 4 years of high school, and this is worse. It's worse. And it's worse by a fucking long shot, okay? This garbage is genuinely, like, there is something wrong with it. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't. But ever since I have finished watching it, I feel like that stupid-ass song, the Skibidi, whatever, it takes up about 85% of my brain. It's just over and over again, constantly. This shit could be used as, like, the most successful form of torture ever. And we're just feeding it to kids. Like, that is actually crazy. Again, I watched all of it. And all I can say about it is that it was awful. You are not getting anything from it. It is just dog shit. And it honestly hurts my brain. Watching even just one episode removed about 10 IQ points from me. So I might be retarded now. I'm going to be honest. I might be stupid. I'm going to take an IQ test after this, and I'll get back with y'all on that. And like, the thing is, this really wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't such a big deal. Like, dead ass, these videos get hundreds of millions of views. The top Skibidi Toilet episode has more views than like most videos ever, and it's very closely competing with Mr. Beast. The channel itself has like 34 million subscribers. That is genuinely nuts to me. Fucking insane. Mr. Beast spends millions on these videos, and this guy is just animating toilets. But I do get it. I understand why it has so many views. It's because it's filled to the absolute brim with just sensory overload. Like, who cares if the main enemies are toilets and the good guys are like camera people? It could be anything, and this type of shit would pop off because it has every single bit of sensory overload on it. It's got a catchy song, it has a ton of action, it has a little bit of horror, and it is constantly moving. There is never once where anything is calm. It just doesn't happen. I mean, if there's one thing I could say about my experience watching this absolute garbage, is that I definitely wasn't bored. Like, I mean, I wasn't. There was so much shit going on. I couldn't be bored. Yes, I was mentally strained and struggling to form a rational sentence, but I wasn't bored. That's for sure. And it's like, as much as I hate to say it, I think I would probably watch this as a kid. I think I would. There is just so much shit going on. I genuinely think that I would be an avid viewer of Skibidi Toilet as a child, and I think most people would, and that's kind of the scary part. This has such a grasp on people just in general. I'm not even kidding. I dare you. Go watch it. Go watch it and be bored. I'd be bored, okay? Go watch it and try to be bored. It's not possible, and it's scary. It's terrifying. The Skibidi Toilet series is definitely awful and deserves its place in the top 3 most retarded things I've ever watched. But surprisingly, that is not the worst part. The worst part is what has stemmed from the Skibidi Toilet series. And honestly, if there's any point to click off of this video, it would be now, okay? Trust me, you wouldn't be hurting my feelings because literally everything from this point on will rot your brain. You will take permanent damage from this point on. I am not kidding. Okay, you've been warned. Anyways, I'm gonna play the entire reason I made this video. I saw this shit and it was more than enough for me to want to talk about this. So good luck.
Bye-bye.
Okay, alright, I know for a fact that I killed at least 10% of y'all. My bad, but I had to make a point, okay? What the fuck was that? Like, I do I just not get it? Like, am I just too old to understand this? Because, like, when I talk about this shit and how it's, in my opinion, probably not good for a developing brain, I personally feel like I'm being truthful. But I can't help but feel like I'm just being a dick who's just too stuck in the past. Like, that's not true, right? Like, this is shit to me. I can't even start to understand why kids like this. At least with other things, I didn't like it, but I could understand why a kid would maybe like it. Like Baby Shark. Fucking, I hated Baby Shark, like most people did, but I totally understood why children liked it. It's catchy, like, it makes sense, but this fucking floors me. I have no idea. Like, in my mind, I feel like this could be used to make like a Winter Soldier. Like, this could brainwash somebody, and kids are actively choosing to watch this. It's just fucking bizarre. But it's not over. No. That is actually the second of 3 things I wanted to show you. The last one, I just don't have any explanation for it at all. The only thing that I could give you is that if an alien saw this as proof humans existed, they would fucking blow up Earth within a second. They wouldn't even think about it. They would blow up Earth. We would just be extinct, and honestly, that would probably be a good call. This is officially the second click-off warning, okay? Any brain damage from this point forward is on your own accord, and I am not liable in any way. All right, here we go.
Sticking at your gap for the Rizzler. You're so skibidi. You're so phantom tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.
Yeah. Parents, don't let your kids watch this shit. Or do. But if they end up wearing a tail, that's your own damn fault, okay? Genuinely do not let your kids anywhere near TikTok. Probably don't let them near YouTube. I think that one's a little safer, but don't let them even slightly close. Don't even let them know what TikTok is, okay? Just keep that shit away from them. Anyways, sub to the channel. I'm not giving you a choice, right? This isn't one of those things where like, oh, you should. No, you have to, okay? I went through so much torture for this